Good morning or afternoon and welcome back to another yoga video. So sitting down and taking a breath, palms facing the sky. We're going to start off with a few breaths through the nose and deep exhale through the nose. Settling in to our mat. Focusing on the connection of our sit bones, the texture of the mat, the air around us, bringing ourselves into the present to get ready for our practice. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. We're going to start off by inhaling and exhaling, and on our next inhale we're going to raise our hands up to the sky and exhale, raise them back down, chin to chest. Inhale, hands to sky, look up. Exhale, down, chin to chest. Inhale, hands to sky, look up, and exhale, down, chin to chest. On our next inhale we're going to take a twist, look to our right shoulder, and taking another breath, looking to our left shoulder. Brilliant. Next we will warm up our neck, looking up, taking a breath in, exhaling, chin to chest. Look up, breath in, exhale, chin to chest. Look up, breath in, exhale, chin to chest. Look up to the left. Look up to the right, to the left, and to the right. Exhaling, and we're going to rotate our wrists clockwise, anti-clockwise. The warm-up, just however it feels good for your body. Don't have to do exactly as I say. Coming to tabletop, we're going to come into cat and cow. Inhaling cow. Exhale, come to cat, abdomen tucked in. Inhale, cow, the back arched. Exhale, coming into cat, chin to chest. Inhaling in cow. Exhale, come into cat. Inhale, come back to cow. And exhale, come into our last cat. Perfect. Stepping or jumping to the top of our mat, we're going to stand up, come into Samastiti, and we're going to take a breath. Inhale, hands up, look to sky. Exhale, fold over, bent or straight knees. Inhale, half lift, your spine straight. Exhale, step or jump. Chaturanga, Dandasana. And a very slow come into an upward facing dog. Taking a breath here before exhaling and coming into our first downward facing dog of the flow. 5 breaths here. Next inhale, we're going to step with our right leg to the top of the mat, left leg down on the mat, left knee down on mat, coming into a low crescent lunge. Inhaling, hands up, and as we exhale, bringing our hands to our chest in prayer. Holding this for 5 breaths, right knee above right ankle. Focus on that opening in our left hip. With each breath, go deeper into the stretch as long as it feels comfortable. For the next 5 breaths, interlocking our hands, squeezing our shoulder blades, back muscles tight, looking up, opening the chest. 5 breaths. Opening our chest and our hips at the same time. inhaling and exhaling. Perfect. With our next inhale, opening the hands and slowly exhaling, both hands on mat. Coming in to a lizard, lifting the left knee up from the mat. Slowly bringing our elbows to the mat. The sole of our right foot facing towards our hands. Opening up that right hip this time. Keep breathing. This is a tough pose. And if it is within your practice, join me for this twist by raising our right hand to the sky, looking towards it. Deep inhale. Strong core, holding that left knee off the mat. Breath in and the breath out. On our next exhale, we're going to come up back to a lizard and slowly come and balance on our right leg, coming into a tree pose, grabbing the left foot and placing it on our upper right thigh, balancing, raising our hands, inhaling, looking up to sky. If you wish, you can place your hands to your chest if it makes it easier to balance. Deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. On our next inhale, releasing or joining me by holding tree pose and slowly coming in to a forward fold and releasing that leg from the right thigh. Full forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump into Chaturanga Dandasana, coming into an upward facing dog on an inhale, and exhale, coming into our second downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Enjoy this time to relax. On our next inhale, we're going to step with our left leg to the front of the mat, coming into a low crescent lunge. Inhaling, hands to sky, looking up. And exhaling, slowly, hands to prayer to chest. Opening our right hip this time, left ankle directly below the left knee. Breathing. On the next 5 breaths, if you wish, join me by interlocking the hands, opening the chest, shoulder blades together. Focusing on stillness, focusing on the stretches that we are performing, and focusing on the breath. Slow release, inhale, hands to sky, and a fluid exhale. Palms to mat, coming into a high lizard. Bringing the elbows to the mat, left sole of left foot facing towards the hands, opening that left hip. Breathing. And if it is within your practice, joining me for a twist by bringing our left hand to the sky, opening the chest towards the left knee, and breathing, finding stillness, remembering not to drop our right knee to the mat. Strong core. Slowly bringing the hand back to the mat, coming back to our high lizard. We're going to come up to our left leg, finding balance, coming into a tree pose. Right foot on left thigh, inhaling and bringing our hands to the sky or in prayer to our chest, and hold for 5 to 10 breaths, whatever your breathing patterns are. On the next inhale, release or join me in a forward fold by keeping our leg on the thigh and slowly releasing it, coming into a full forward fold. Exhale, inhale half lift, and exhale, high plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, coming into a high cobra. Hold for breath. Find stillness. Open our chest, slow stretch on our lower back, and slowly we're going to shift into a child's pose. Taking a little break here, breathing in through the nose and a deep exhale right through the nose. Focusing on the connection to the mat and the ground. Slow inhale, coming back into a cat pose, pushing ourselves out. Little movement to our back, back to child pose. Again, slowly pushing ourselves back to a cat pose. Small movements of the spine and back to child. Great work. Slow push to cat and slowly come back to neutral with me. Amazing. We're going to slowly come into a tabletop. We are going to perform a tiger pose, so slowly lifting our left leg and our right hand, inhaling, our stomach pulled in to help maintain balance, slowly reaching back with our hand and grabbing that left toe or the outside or the inside of your foot. I find this pose takes a little bit of time to play around with to get which is comfortable, pushing our chest forward on the mat and the slow balance on our right knee and our left hand, maintaining it. This is a tough pose. I struggle with this one a lot, but focusing on our breath will help calm our mind and maintain the balance. Again, don't be afraid to let go of that leg if it's getting too much. Back down, opposite side, right leg into the air, inhaling, left hand in the air, holding for a breath for balance. Slowly bringing the right knee as high as we can, grabbing our toe or the inside or the outside of our foot, opening the chest, stomach in, and pushing our body a little bit forward on the mat. Breathing, concentrating on the breath, finding the balancing position that works. breathing and slow release of that right foot. And back to the mat. On our next inhale, coming into a child's pose and staying here for 3 to 5 breaths. Connecting with the mat once again, allowing our knees and our thigh muscles to relax, our arms stretched. Inhaling and exhaling. On our next inhale, we're going to slowly come up from the mat and we're going to come and sit down on our sit bones. I'm going to spread our legs, coming into a wide seated position. Inhaling, raising our hands, and we're going to forward fold. Slowly stretching our toes as far as you can go. And if you can go on your elbows, that's great. But don't put pressure on your body. Just go as comfortable. Feeling the stretch in our thighs. Back straight. You should not be feeling any stretch in your back in this pose. Slowly coming up, releasing, inhaling, coming to the left side, bringing the right hand up, side stretch. Slowly back to center and going over to the other side. Deep inhale, deep stretch. And exhale, coming back to center. We're going to sit down, legs crossed this time, back straight on sit bones. Placing our hands, fingertips towards the feet, shoulders together, opening our chest, taking a deep breath in, just a gentle opening of the shoulders. Coming up, and we're going to come into a reverse plank, but if that is not in your practice, then come into a reverse tabletop. Now, for the reverse plank, stomach tight, core tightened, neck, back as comfortable, don't overstretch it, shoulder blades together, back straight, balancing on the hands and our feet. And slow exhale, slow sitting down on the mat. Inhale, arms up, and coming into a seated forward fold. Staying here for 5 to 10 breaths. Not overstretching our back, keeping a gentle straight curve. Sometimes it's nice to give yourself a massage while focusing on the breath. On our next inhale, we're going to gently look up, sit up back to Dandasana, and we are going to lie down on our back, feet touching the mat. Hands relaxed, taking a few deep breaths, and slowly pushing up to a bridge pose. Hands interlocked underneath us, holding it, glutes tightened, and if you want, lifting up the right leg, tightening the abdomen, breathing, slowly back down, and lifting up the left leg, tightening the abdomen and breathing. And slowly back down, placing our hips back on the mat, we are going to bring both knees towards our chest, and we're going to drop it to the right hand side, and we're going to look to our left hand in this nice spinal twist. Staying here, focusing on the breath. Switching sides, looking to the right and knees looking to the left. On our next inhale, we're going to come back to neutral, bringing our knees towards our chest, and we're going to keep our right knee to the chest, grabbing our right toe with our right hand, holding down our left hip bone. We're going to bring the right foot parallel to our body, keeping our neck down, looking up, holding this position, opening that right hip, trying to maintain our left hip and leg on the mat with the support of our left hand. Breathing. Slowly bringing that right foot back to center and releasing. Back down. Left knee to chest. Left toe grabbed by left hand. Right hand on right hip. Slowly bringing that foot next to us. Micro bent knees. Maintaining the right leg on the mat. Breathing. And on the next inhale, slowly, if you want, bending that leg, bringing it up, bending the toes, bending the knee, coming back, rolling to the side, and sitting up. Coming back, slowly to a standing position, inhaling, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump to the back of the mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Coming into a three-legged dog if it is within your practice by lifting the right leg to the sky. Balancing. Slowly stepping or jumping to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, come back to Samastiti. And one more time. Inhale, hands up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Step or jump to the back of the mat. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Inhale, forward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog or three-legged downward facing dog. This time, left leg into the air. Back straight. Stomach in. Micro bend that knee on the ground if you wish for balance and stability. Breathing. Slow release, coming back to the front of the mat. Forward fold. And this time, we're going to interlock our hands behind our back in our forward fold. Shoulder blades together, bending our knees and opening the chest. A nice stretch for our shoulders, our upper back, maintaining the bent knees not to injure ourselves. Inhale and exhale. Next inhale, slowly coming up and releasing or hold in our hands as we're in Samastiti. Perfect. Now, sitting back down cross-legged, closing our eyes and focusing on our breath once more. Feeling the different sensations in our body after all the different movements we have just done in the last 25 minutes. Feeling the difference. If there was any tension in our shoulders, our legs, our glutes, our abdomen, our neck. Any difference in breathing. Just observe it. Do you feel lighter? Are you thinking more clearly? Maybe you have a more optimistic outlook for the day. Whatever it is, slowly begin to release it. And come back to the present. Namaste, thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.